Okay. So, by a show of hands, let's get some research done here in the room. How many of you do not practice yoga? Raise your hand. Be honest, be honest. Regularly practice yoga. Now, keep them up. Now, how many of you should spend more time stretching, clearing your mind, and centering your thoughts? All right, more hands go up. Great. So what we're going to do is stretch, clear our minds, and center our thoughts. And we're going to be guided by one of the ArcView originals, Jessica Dugan. So if I could have Jessica come on up, we'll get to it. Where is Jessica? If I have to do the yoga stretch, it's going to be interesting. So let's give her a second here. She's getting mic'd up right now. I'll share my own personal yoga story. I was an athlete my entire career. I was a goalkeeper playing soccer. It got me into college, where I played for 4 years. And then went on to play professionally. Now, it's hard to believe standing up here that I could cover a goal, but and through that time, I did a lot of damage to my body. It's quite a physical position, a lot of falling, tumbling, flipping, and colliding. And after I graduated college, I moved to California, became a 5-6 day a week surfer. Now, it's another activity that really beats up your body, though. It's fantastic and one of the greatest physical undertakings you can take to try to master. But when I moved out to Boulder, my body was crushed. I was done. And I was just fortunate enough to have a wife, my lovely wife Andrea, who pushed me into yoga, whether I liked it or not. And I'll have to say, it really changed my life. I wake up every morning and go through a quick series of stretches, probably not too dissimilar from what Jessica is going to do right now with you all. And what it has helped me do is become comfortable with my clarity of thought, but also enable me to go out and comfortably tackle the tasks that I have at hand at my job every day. So I encourage you to open your mind and allow Jessica to guide us through a little bit of yoga.
Thanks, Patrick. Okay, can you guys hear me okay out there? So that's the problem with being a social butterfly, is you get caught in conversations and you run the risk of missing your presentation. But it's also a good sign, because if you're getting caught up in conversations, it means the conversations are really good and people are enjoying themselves. So the most important thing that I learned at ArcView in the 2+ years I've been with the team is how to truly take care of myself. You know, we talk a lot about investments. In fact, it's the very nature of our business. But the greatest investments of all aren't those into the entrepreneurs with the most creative business models, or even the thousands of dollars we gift in donations to the nonprofits working to change laws. No. The greatest investments of all are the investments we make into ourselves. The cannabis industry is our nation's fastest growing industry. And as we gather today to support the medicinal properties of this plant and the flourishing business opportunities surrounding it, it's also important that we take inventory on ourselves. Our bodies and our minds are the vehicles driving us towards success. In order to maintain our sector's growth, it's imperative that we have some form of a mindfulness practice. A centered person makes for a smooth operation, which leads to a grounded business. And won't we indeed be the next great American industry if all of our participants centered and our businesses grounded? I believe so. Mindfulness is easily available and can be made accessible in ways as simple as conscious consumption. What are you feeding your body? And is it giving you the fuel you need to show up each day and be productive? You can also practice mindfulness through breath awareness. Have you ever noticed that you had a staggered breath while trying to sign a contract? What about not breathing right before you press send on that certain email? Mindfulness is the appropriate call to response, and I want to help you recognize that. This mindfulness practice that I'm about to share with you is a yoga stretch that was originally designed for law students at the University of Miami. Now, it might seem odd that we're not in yoga clothes. I mean, I'm in high heels right now. So there's a question out there, is like, how are we going to do yoga right now? But the truth is, you don't need an hour's time, a change of clothes, or even special equipment to get the benefits of yoga. Truly, 10 minutes of stretching and breathing has the ability to largely affect our moods, our energy levels, and the overall feeling of ourselves. So with that, I'd love to invite everybody to stand. And depending on where you are, you might want to give yourself a little bit of elbow room. Good. Yeah. And prepare for what I like to call my cup of coffee, yoga. Now, before we go anywhere, please be conscious of your body. If something isn't serving you, you feel like the stretch isn't best for your lower back, don't go there. The practice is all about yourself, so be sure to honor it. And we'll start with our feet standing hips width distance apart. And then we'll close our eyes together and take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, breathing deeply in through the nose, feeling the intelligence in the room. And exhaling through the mouth. Last breath, breathing in deeply through the nose. And then exhale. Float your eyes open. And inhale the arms up over the head, stretching the fingertips wide. And as you exhale, bring them alongside the body. You guys look really good out there. Wow. Inhale, bring the arms back up, stretching those fingertips. And then exhaling. Lower your right ear to your right shoulder to stretch the left side of your neck. If you'd like, you can take your right hand and place it on top of your head. That helps increase the length of the stretch. If you want to go a little bit further, you might flip your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And then exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale, come to center. Change sides, lowering your left ear to your left shoulder. Bringing the left hand to the top of the head if that feels good to you. And inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Last breath. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Inhale, bring your head to center. Interlace your hands behind your back and lower your chin to your chest, stretching along the cervical spine. So your elbows are actually going to frame your face. They don't stay up, so bring them down. And feel the stretch in the back of your neck, releasing some of the tension, perhaps built up from a flight or busy preparations for a pitch. Take one last breath here. And then inhale, lift the head. And inhale, bring your shoulders to the bottom of your ears. And then as you exhale, roll them back and down the body. Beautiful. Inhale, bringing the shoulders back up to the bottom of the ears. Then exhale, back and down the body. Inhale the arms up over the head. With a gentle lean back. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Then as you exhale, fold over to your left, stretching your right side body. Keeping your gaze towards the ceiling, stretching into those intercostal muscles. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Last breath here, inhale. And exhale, come to center. Switch your grip so that your right hand's grabbing your left wrist. Inhale, lift through the chest. Then exhale, fold over to the opposite side. Hello, intercostal muscles on the opposite side. How are you today? Keeping your gaze towards the ceiling. Breathing deeply in through your nose. And then exhaling out through your mouth. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to center. Place your hands on your lower back. And preparing for a back bend, we'll lift our shoulders up and bring our elbows closer together as we lift our chin up towards the ceiling and shift our hips forward. Back bends are super good for us. They stimulate the central nervous system. They also open our hearts, which allows us to remain in love with the work we do each day. For a counter pose, we'll bring our hands to our quadriceps. Some of you might be comfortable stopping right here. Others of you might find yourself coming all the way down to your shins. And those of you who have a practice at home might come all the way down to the floor. Wherever you are, be sure to relax your head, neck, and shoulders and let go. Anytime our head is below our heart, we're practicing an inversion. And inversions bring fresh blood to the brain. They boost the circulatory system. And you can find me in a handstand pretty frequently at the ArcView office. I've actually nearly perfected my handstand at the ArcView office, which is pretty cool, I think. Great. So we'll rise up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And standing in with our feet hips width distance apart, we'll step our right foot forward, one foot in front of us. Bring our left hand to the right hip. Inhale the right arm up. And as you exhale, you're going to twist, looking over your right fingertips. Each time you inhale, you're going to lift a little bit further through the spine. And then exhale, twisting more. Take a deep breath in, breathing into the nose, lengthening through the spine. Then exhale, twisting a little more. Inhale, bring the right arm around, step the right foot back to meet the left, and then step your left foot one foot in front of you. Bring your right hand to your left hip. Inhale the left hand up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist again, keeping your gaze over your left finger. Inhale, lifting through the spine. And then exhale, twisting a little more. Twists are really good for our digestion. They also help wring out the toxins in our body. Beautiful. So bring the left hand around. Find your feet hips width distance apart again. And close your eyes. And together we'll take 3 breaths here. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. And as you take these last 2 breaths, I want you to quickly scan your body and your mind and notice if you feel any different than when you first started. Maybe a little more relaxed and less tense. Take one last breath here, breathing in through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, float your eyes open, and thank yourselves truly for giving your body and your mind the opportunity to recharge. It's really important work that you're doing, and I appreciate you doing it with me. Namaste.